Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this SH Figure Arts character, and the character I'm showing you guys is Iron Man Mark IV from Iron Man 2, and this is from Bandai Tamashii Nation, and there's the box. It's a regular looking box, all covered up instead of the open window like the other versions that they did before. And on the back it shows a couple of poses, and then tells you that it comes with a box of donuts. Alright, and here's everything you get from this figure, and let's just go over a little bit of it. First, of course, we have the Mark IV figure right there, front and center. And then over here we have shoulder flaps that are removable from the figure. And then we have two heads, well, one head and one half of a head. We have the Tony Stark without sunglasses and one with sunglasses, and then the connector piece for the neck section, and then we have that box of donuts, a couple of effect pieces, two over here and then four over here, which we have gotten before, so that's nothing special. And then extra hands, we have 6 of them: flight hands, relax hands, and then repulsor blast hands. And then these two pieces are for the calves, so you can open them up and let's get a good look at the Mark IV. Zoom out so you guys can see everything here, and let me zoom in on the Mark IV for you guys. So here it is, the Mark IV. Paint job on it, it's quite nice. I'm happy with it. And the gold color is a little yellowish than what we have gotten before, I believe. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, still a very good looking Iron Man. But one thing I've noticed when I was messing with this figure is how loose those hips are. They are really loose. A lot looser, well, not like super loose, but a lot looser than some of the other figures we have gotten. And here, if I swing it, you can kind of see it moving back and forth. That's kind of bad. And here I got the Mark IV doing a landing pose. It's okay, not my favorite. It's more, it's not as natural as other figures that we have gotten. He could achieve it, but yeah, definitely not the nicest landing pose ever. Because the abdominal section, even though it has a piece where it kind of moves around, it doesn't really help with the articulation too much. It doesn't give you a good bend at the abdominal section. Alright, so here's that piece I was talking about, this piece right here. It's kind of a free-floating piece, but it doesn't really help with the articulation at all, so I'm not sure why that's there, because it really doesn't help. And here you can see him from the side. Zoom out a little bit. Looks kind of awkward from the side here. Not too natural. And on this side is even worse. And I must say, Mark 43 is by far the best looking Iron Man that could achieve the landing pose, in my opinion. I guess that'll be the 42 and the 43 because they're the same figure. Those two are the best when it comes to doing the landing pose here. And here you can see you can lower those legs quite a bit. Look at how much room it gives you. And then the thigh section, it's on a ball joint like a lot of the newer Iron Man figures. The knees can bend way more than 90 degrees because they are double jointed. Here you can see way over 90 degrees. And the ankles are on a couple of hinge joints, and then also a pivot, one of those rockers where you could actually sway left and right. And here you can see those feet planted right on the ground here. And as for the waist, there is a ball joint there, and then the abdominal section, even though there's a cut joint right there, doesn't really do anything, so I'm not even sure why they made a cut section there. And then the chest, it's very limited due to the armor, the shape of the armor. See how narrow it is towards the abdominal section, so it doesn't really give you any movement whatsoever. And then, well, you could rotate it a little bit here and there, but you worry that it's gonna rub the paint right off the abdominal section. And then the shoulders on a ball joint, and then bicep there is a swivel joint, and then double jointed elbows. It could bend way over 90 degrees. Here's how far it could bend. And then ball jointed wrists. And then head, base of the neck, there is a ball joint, and then on the base of the head, there's also another ball joint. So here you could pretty much tell what those two joints look like. The ball jointed head, and the base of the neck, there's a socket joint down there, which connects to the ball joint on the body. Alright, and here's Iron Man with the Tony Stark head sculpt. And with sunglasses on. There you go. Quite nice. I'm very happy with this figure. Other than the fact that the hips are a little bit loose, but overall it's still a very good looking figure. Happy to have this in my collection because I am building the Hall of Armor, and I will definitely need a Mark IV. And so far I think we have gotten what 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're missing Mark 7 and Mark 1. Hopefully they'll release those two soon so I could put together the Hall of Armor and show you guys all of them together. But for now, there's Mark 4. And here are the flaps. They just slot through over the shoulder section, which is right there. And just need to replace the other ones on there. And here are the two flaps attached to the figure, and I guess kind of like that, so you could give him a flying pose with that on, I guess. Kind of neat that they added that. Wish they added this to other figures that came out. I'm sure they will implement this onto the Mark 7 because of the shoulder, those little rockets thingy, grenades or whatever those are called. So they could implement those onto the figure, which is nice. I hope they do. If they're smart, they would. Alright, and here's a closer look at the Downey head sculpt. And this one is the glasses version. The glasses are not removable. That's why they gave you a second face. The reason I said face is because you basically see a seam right down the middle there. You just need to pop the face off and switch it out with the other one. So there's this one. Bring it down. And here's the other one without sunglasses. I think they did a really good job with the head sculpt. Likeness is pretty spot on. I mean, for something this small, 1/12 scale. I mean, I think they did a really good job with it. A lot better than what they did, the stuff that they come out with before. I still think that one figure that they can't get correctly is Chris Evans, Captain America. The old version looks really bad, and even the new one, the Infinity War version, that one still looks bad. But Stark, I think they did a really good job with it. Alright, so at the end of the day, is this figure worth getting? First, if you own all the other ones and you're trying to build the Hall of Armor, then this is a must-have. You have to have this in your collection. If not, if you're just getting one, is this one worth getting? I say so because it does come with the Robert Downey Jr. head sculpts, so that's nice. The donuts, I'm not sure if those are needed, but it is a good accessory to have. Everything else is pretty common. As far as the effect pieces, those are given to all the other ones. So, oh, the shoulder flaps are kind of nice to have. So, yeah, if you're just getting this for the first time, I say yeah, go for it. This is a good figure to jump off on if you're starting off with an Iron Man SH Figure Arts, and this is kind of a iconic piece, and it is the red and gold. It does look like armor, so I do recommend this guy to someone who's starting out to collect Iron Man figures. So yeah, one thing to worry about is that the hips are a little bit loose, but I mean, if you're just having him standing still, I mean, he's not gonna topple over or anything. It's not that loose, but still, it's a little looser than your usual figure. So yeah, there you go. And this is gonna set you back. How much was this? I think it was around 70-ish. So not a cheap figure. It is quite expensive. You're starting out. But yeah, or if you want one of the Hall of Armor pieces to go with your Mark IV, then you can get the US release. That one's about a little over 100, 110, somewhere around there. So maybe that's a little worthwhile more. But yeah, I mean, those are the options you could get for this one, or you could just not get this at all and just get Legends. Those are a lot cheaper, but they aren't as nice though. So yeah, take your pick. Thanks for watching.